Okay, this is pineapple white peach.
Ooh, that's actually really good.
Right? I knew you'd like that one.
Ooh.
Watch how a real influencer does it.
Oh, okay.
Because you want to obviously do that, but then
I know.
you're
What's up
seeing
with
the
that?
nutritional
Facts.
Wait, did you say facts is like just
yeah.
So, even though it's unnatural, you have to present.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Rotate.
Oh my gosh.
Do you hate me?
Yeah.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
You're my boyfriend.
Yes.
I have a boyfriend. So I feel like people just want to know how that happened.
Yeah?
Yeah, because no one thought it would ever happen for me. And here we are. So we met through a mutual friend. And Aiden's someone I knew since I was in diapers. Yeah, he was like my next door neighbor. So I grew up with him and then he moved away. I reconnected with him when I was 18 because my sister found him on Facebook. And we became best friends again. And then he moved to San Jose for a second to teach public speaking.
And that's where I met Aiden. We did public speaking together. We were basically in the same friend group all the time. So we were doing weekend hangouts, adventures, trips all the time. So I don't even remember why we were in San Diego, but we were both there and I think he had a pair of your shoes or something like that. He's like, I'm just gonna drop these off with Danae.
I actually think he left his shoes in my van.
Oh.
And he was coming to pick them up.
Oh, maybe that's true.
Yeah.
Something about shoes. I think we just briefly met for like 5 seconds. Like I almost don't really consider it a part of the story because it felt like so in passing.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I followed you on social media then. Like I don't even remember when that happened. Yeah. But I just remember that was the very first time that I ever met you. And we just met super briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well then, how do you think maybe Aiden just like posted me on his story or reposted something that I did and you were like, oh, I met her, and so boom, follow?
Yeah, it could have been something like that. I just remember seeing you on social media when you started your truck adventures, trucking adventures, and starting to kind of follow a little bit more closely on what you were up to. And then also reading your captions and just like understanding just how of a deep thinker you were, and also how many values we shared around like pursuing your passions and, you know, having the courage to like go and do the things that you want to do, even if it's going to be tough or against the flow or whatever that is. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Danae, she's all right. She seems like a cool person. And then you came through San Jose when I was there.
Over the pandemic, I was doing road trips up the coast to go visit my sister. And so I was going through Santa Cruz. Kevin reached out and was just like, hey, so you're coming through Santa Cruz. Let me know when you're there. I'd love to get dinner with you and have you meet my girlfriend. He had a girlfriend at the time. I had been single for 2021, or did we decide it was 2022? I had been single for a long time at that point, and I was feeling really hopeless about the whole thing. And it was just like, oh, this is a mutual friend. Like, he's got a girlfriend. They look adorable together. They are probably going to get married. So it was just very wholesome. But we went out, me and Kevin, to pick up food because his girlfriend at the time was kind of bedridden. We just were sitting in the car talking. And I remember thinking to myself, great, another man that I would marry, but he's taken. I was feeling all sad about myself. But it's very weird that I had that thought because I don't normally think that about people, especially from the first time of just talking. And I don't even remember, I couldn't even tell you what it was. I think you just had a lot of emotional depth and you were very interesting and you liked talking about deep things and conversation flowed and yeah. But we just kind of left that.
Yeah, I still, for the record, don't even remember that trip.
Yeah.
We went to Best Buy, apparently. I don't remember that.
We went to Best Buy and he picked up like an SD card or something. And
yeah.
I just remember he went up to the cashier and he was just like, hey man, what's up? How's your day going? Like, just treated him like a best friend. And I was like, what in the world? What in the world? What a beautiful human being. Baby, you're a beautiful human being.
Thank you.
You wanna make out?
Yeah.
Okay. And then fast forward maybe 4 years. I was just ending my truck driving journey and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I went out to a desert rave with a couple of my friends and danced with a flamethrower. And then from there I went up to Shaver Lake, which is like in the middle of Central California with a bunch of my friends, and I was just asking God what am I going to do with my life? And it was this whole spiritual experience. And I got a DM from Kevin. Do you remember what it said? Do you want to say what you said? Because I probably remember it more than you
probably
do.
remember it more than I do. I just remember kind of reaching out and saying, hey, I really want to get to know you more. I'm a big influence person where I like surrounding myself with people that are going to build me up. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, you have a lot of those qualities that I want in myself. And so just being able to identify that and be like, okay, Danae's one of those people. And I was living in Sacramento at the time, but I was about to move to Nashville. And I was in a place in life where I was running a video production business out of Sacramento with a business partner, but things were kind of getting rocky, and it was difficult and challenging and felt like an uphill battle every day. And so I was like, I just need more people that I'm going to be encouraged by. And I knew that you were going to be one of those people.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I remember I reached out, and then you were like, why? And I was like, that's a classic Danae thing.
Because it was very direct and it was very bold. It wasn't like, hey, would like to get to know you better. Maybe, shoot me a text message sometime. I think you said, hey, Danae, I have decided that I want to get to know you better. Here's my phone number. It wasn't like, if you want. I know.
Sick.
I know. I remember sitting and staring at that. I was like, did he just...
Wow.
What in the world?
That's strong.
Hot. Yeah. And so that's why I responded in a bold tone too. Because I was like, oh, if he wants to be this direct, all right. And so I said, how did you come to that conclusion? Or what made you want to get to know me better? And how did you respond?
I remember I listed out 3 things. I don't remember exactly what they are, if you remember.
I think it was more than 3 things.
Really? Man. I just remember
you said
identifying the values that I was like, you got this. And
it was a list. It was 6 things. It was your love for adventure, your authenticity on social media. The last thing was your love for God or your relationship with Jesus. And I was like,
wow, that's real.
God, did you just send me someone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I loved that you were talking so actively about it. And you had already started your Bible study Instagram.
Yeah.
And so I think I had seen a couple of those when you cross-posted, or if I had started following that, and I was like, oh, you're not just, hey, I'm a Christian.
I identify as a Christian.
But you were like, here's what I think the Bible is saying when it's saying this thing. What do you guys think?
Whoa.
And that was very cool. Very rare. So then after that, so what happened? Wait,
I just want you to look at the camera more.
Yeah, okay.
I want you to talk to them. Yeah.
Can do.
I don't want you to talk to me at all.
Ugh, just looking right at the sun.
Yeah.
Then, okay, I'm the kind of person that loves to just FaceTime people just out of the blue, or call them, and because texting is just so boring, honestly. So I remember calling you, and I also remember you not answering the first 3 times. You were probably busy because you were just doing things because you're
just busy.
You're like that. You got stuff going on, but I remember FaceTiming you or calling you a couple times, and you just wouldn't answer. And then you would send me a voice memo after, I'm sorry, I'm busy, driving.
Which is funny. Okay,
What's that about?
I have a I don't know if anyone else has this, but I have a fear of phone calls and FaceTimes. I think it's because it's a control thing. I don't know what this person is calling about. It could be anything. Therefore, my brain just goes in a bunch of different directions. It's what if they ask me about this? What if I don't ask about this? My worst fear is being a bad friend. It's I want to be a good friend, and I want to be intentional. And so when it's thrust upon me, I'm just no, not doing it. But also, hot guy calling me, I want to make sure that I look good. You can't just FaceTime me. I'm my hair's all fair. Crazy and
Probably a big difference between guys and girls.
Yeah. Men are they just wake up beautiful. So,
whoa.
Yeah.
Received. I didn't really know you all that well, and I was like, I'm not gonna really get to know you by having text conversations. As soon as we started getting more on FaceTime calls, I really felt I was okay, I'm getting to know Danae, and not the social media version of Danae, which is very authentic, but it's a lot. It's different when you're just talking directly to somebody.
Right. Yeah. It's not a 1v1.
One-on-one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just use gamer lingo?
Yeah.
Okay. So back up to Shaver Lake. You asked for a FaceTime.
How far into our like new friendship was this? Like from when I first sent that DM to our Shaver Lake.
No, you sent the DM when I was in Shaver Lake.
Oh, so it was like the same week.
Yeah,
the same couple days.
It was like the next. Well, that was the whole thing. You sent me your phone number, and then you were like, "Let's hop on a FaceTime and catch up." And it was just like bam,
wow.
boom, bam.
Wow.
Boom, bam.
And I probably had sent like little DMs or replied to your stories or something like that. Like I don't feel like that was the first time I talked to you in forever. It was like...
Yeah, we were very supportive of each other's work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would comment whenever you would post your photography stuff. I would be like, wow, great shot.
Yeah.
Very impressed by you.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome. But then we FaceTimed. And I had known that you had broken up with your girlfriend because I got the DM from you. And to figure out your intentions, I went to your Instagram and tried to look for pictures of her. And they were all gone. And I was like, oh.
I think that had happened almost 2 years ago at that point. So crazy you didn't notice for 2 years.
I didn't care. we talked. You were still in Sacramento at the time.
Yep.
And then you told me you were going to move to Nashville. And I was like, what is this guy's deal? Like, why is he sending me all this stuff, but he's going to move to Nashville? He just wants like a long distance friendship or something. Like his intentions were very unclear to me because of the circumstances, and I don't waste time because I don't have a lot of time. And so I remember just being like, well, it was cool to catch up, but like, bye. I'm not gonna waste any more time on this because I don't want to start something that's going to be, again, back to my extreme dislike of FaceTimes and phone calls. I'm like, I'm not going to want to keep up this friendship. No offense. You seem like a great guy. Baby, you're so cute. I love when you listen to me. Wow. Okay. So after that, you kept trying to FaceTime me. I was like, what is this guy's deal?
I know.
Like, what does he want from me? What's going on?
Yeah.
And I would occasionally answer because I was kind of trying to put space in between us. And, the sun's going behind the tree.
Oh, no.
You want to move?
Yeah.
Can I finish this thought?
Move it this way a little bit.
Yeah, I remember a very specific time where you FaceTimed me and then you were like, hey, I really enjoy this. We should do this more often. And I was like,
no.
I wanted to say why.
Yeah.
If I'm unclear on someone's intentions, usually I'll just ask.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was just like, okay. But I still let you take the lead because I was like, I'm not going to invest my time into this. If he wants to talk, he can.
Now that we're talking about it, I remember I almost gave up because it was like after the third or fourth call that you didn't answer, I was like, okay, she's not interested in being friends. I was like, that's fine. I almost decided to just leave it and kind of just go back to leaving comments on each other's stories every now and again. So yeah, you actually caught it just in time.
Jeez. And for the record, most men are not like you. You are not like most men. Kevin is a Christian homeschooled boy. Which means he doesn't pursue women like most men do. He loves having female friends because he's not trying to get in everyone's pants. Most women, when they're pursued by a man, they're like, you just want to sleep with me. But you're just a good person. It's understandable that I was confused as to your intentions because it didn't make sense that you would just want to pursue a friendship.
Totally.
A long distance friendship at that.
Mm-hmm. I know.
You want to explain yourself?
There was something about you. There was something about you in which I was like, it's worth it. Whatever I can basically be a part of in Danae's life and she can be a part of mine, that's worth it. And so for me, it didn't seem like this, I need to have a very specific outcome. Like, I think I went into it with a very like open hands, open heart posture. It was just like, if we can be friends, if we can be closer friends, if we can have deeper conversations, that's what I'm about. I'm into that. So I'm willing to give it a go. I'm willing to risk it. And yeah, like I said, it felt like at first you weren't interested, but then we started having more deep conversations and really getting down to like what it means to be alive, what it means to go on adventures and pursue the things that you want to do. And you're big into self-development. You're big into doing the work on yourself and how to overcome those challenges. And I think, yeah, it's really cool.
You are exactly the same way.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I feel like I've losing light on me.
We're going to move.
Part 2. Good?
Did I press stop?
No. Actually, yes. Just one click.
I love it when you kiss me.
So what does stead mean to you? Are you a homestead kind of person? Are you
An instead?
instead person? A pro-stead person?
What is pro-stead?
No, it's not a real thing.
Oh. A steady person?
Organic elderberry powder.
Power.
Power.
Power. So I'm going to ask you to explain yourself to all the people who want answers.
Wow, is this what this has been about?
Yeah, this is actually just
This is just a,
me trying to
you just,
get a gotcha, make you look bad.
yeah, I
Make
knew
you
it.
explain yourself
Yeah.
to me and my friends.
You have no friends. Is that true?
You're right. They're all fake. They're not real.
Say sorry to all your real friends who are watching this.
Sorry, guys. I love you.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
So then we have a lot of deep conversations,
Yeah.
okay? And we talk about everything, like our futures. We talk about our past. We talk about childhood traumas. You hadn't told me all of your childhood traumas yet, but I definitely told you all of mine.
Yeah.
Like a 6-hour
It was 6 hours.
Zoom call, which I don't know why we did on Zoom.
Because we wanted to record it.
And we did record it. Oh,
Yeah,
we should go back.
Oh my gosh.
We should go back and
Whoa.
listen to that. Anyways, several days later, I actually don't know how long after that it was. Then later, you ask me, you're like, so what are we? And I was like, we're friends.
Yikes. Okay, let me give some backstory. Since you just want to go straight into the facts. So this has been going on it was the summer of 2024 that you reached out initially.
Try again.
It was the summer.
Yeah, almost there.
So it was the summer of 2024 that you initially reached out.
Uh-huh.
Like a couple weeks between the FaceTimes that we were having. New Year's happened. We start texting consistently, like every single day.
Yeah.
Starting in January of 2025.
Yep.
And then February is when I asked the question because I was about to start flight school.
Yeah.
And here I am, like, not knowing where to put him, like what box to put him in my life, because I developed feelings for him. Like, I don't want to form an emotional connection with someone that I'm not going to have a future with. So I did it in a cheeky way. You gotta admit, that was kind of cute because we had talked about other people asking you, like, so what are we? And we had joked a couple of times of like, so what are we? And so I was like, okay, well, now I'm just gonna ask it in a real way.
Yeah.
And with a real tone.
Yeah.
And I think it was maybe the day before I started flight school.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got on a FaceTime and I was like, we were laughing and I was like, so what are we? What is this? And he got very quiet and pensive, which is always scary. You got a big brain. I don't know what's going on in there.
I don't remember exactly what I said, but I basically said, yeah, I'm really interested in our friendship. That's definitely number one for me. Very valuable. And I don't currently see you as more than that. Mm-hmm. How did that feel?
Just the worst day of my life. Yeah, because at this point, you had checked all the boxes. And I have a lot of boxes. A lot of things that I wanted in a person. I was willing to wait 7 years for it. And then here comes the most perfect man. He's attractive, he's kind, he's in love with Jesus and all of these things. And he just told me that he's not interested in me. So I felt ugly. I felt rejected. I felt hopeless. Like my whole body went cold. Because I was kind of expecting that. Because you had said a lot of times, you're like, you're such a great friend. Like you were intentionally putting the friend word everywhere, and which makes sense. But so that was my worst fear, and it happened. And so we finished the call. And you immediately knew like things were not okay.
Yeah.
You just straight up offered, you're like, if you need some time to like process this and, just if you need some space, like I'll back off for a little bit, but I really want you as a friend in my life. And I was like, I hate this guy. I'm going to go drive myself to the beach and sit there and cry and journal and all this stuff. So I did. I went to my favorite place and listened to sad music, and I just wanted to text you and talk to you, even though you were trying to give me space. And I think I asked a couple of questions, like, why don't you see me as anything more? And what were your reasons?
I think what was super present for me was that we hadn't spent much time together. And so I'd in person. And I didn't know, like, I think presence for me is a big one. And I might be kind of getting ahead of where we are in this story, but when I was able to spend time with you in person, everything changed. Because for me, it was like, oh, like I get to interact with you as a person and not just you as a FaceTime call or, a video of you. And there was so many things in you that we had talked about that I was like, that's what I want in a relationship. That's what I want in a partner. That's what I want in somebody that I can build something with and share a life with. But it wasn't like at the forefront. And also, in my defense, I was in the process of losing my business that I had started right out of college. It was like something that I had poured so much time and money and effort into.
Project.
Yeah, and I was basically in a very dark spot of just like, okay, I feel like I have to leave, I have to dissolve the business, I have to let go of the business partner and just kind of walk away from the whole thing. And my brain capacity was very, very taken emotionally, mentally, and even physically. I was just like not myself at all. And that was just a dark season. So it was a little bit of like, I just wasn't even really working on, all cylinders or whatever you say about
firing on all
cylinders.
Also, babe,
look at the camera more.
Look at them.
Sorry.
Talk to them. I've already heard this story.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Don't forget about our friends over there.
I know. Love you.
Love you. Yeah, you said, one, I don't have the time to even think about jumping into a relationship, which is what you were just saying.
Yep.
Two, I'm not doing long distance.
Yeah. That's true.
Refuse to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
And three, there's not that level of attraction that I would need towards you. So he called me ugly.
Not true.
He said I was hideous, but that's how I felt, obviously. And I think just what you meant was, because everyone has a type. Like you can say that someone's objectively attractive, but there's an attraction that's very different than just like surface level things.
Yep.
And you didn't feel that sense of attraction, because I'm not your type.
You don't think?
No, that's why I think it works. Because they always say that once you stop going after your type, you find the one.
There's a lot of misdirection in idealism, where you just try to, you idolize the version of somebody you have in your head, even before a relationship. Like you're just like, oh, this is who I'm going to end up with. This is the life that I'm going to live, and they're going to be like this, they're going to look like this or whatever. And I think that as soon as you get out of your own way like that, then a lot more is possible. And you start seeing people and opportunities differently. And it's not about this like, oh, do they match up with what I've always envisioned for myself, and more of, well, do they check the non-negotiable boxes of a healthy relationship and the standards that I have. And yeah, like I said, when you came and visited for that first time, and we were able to go on some adventures and hang out and have more conversations in person, and I was able to experience your presence for the first time, that's when everything changed. And it's been different ever since. Mm-hmm. And I think ever since then, our relationship has slowly grown. And I think at first it was like very slow, and then it kind of just like took off. And then I was like, you know what? Let's do this thing. But there's maybe more story. I don't know. Do you want to say more about that? I jumped to the end.
You always do that. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Babe, I love you. I think men and women fall in love differently. I was able to fall in love with the idea of you because all I was getting was his thoughts and his ideas, and you needed the physical interacting, doing things, being active. That's the thing that's important to you.
Yeah.
And I think all men are kind of more physically wired than women, and not even in a sexual way, but you just want to see a woman's presence. And I love that you use that word, like the presence of me and how I conduct myself in different environments and situations. And that's what really started it.
Yeah. And I think when I started to really ask myself about Danae, I was like, she has these incredible qualities. And now that I've gotten to experience her presence, I'm like, okay, like this now is something that I'm very interested in pursuing more and checking out and like really exploring. And I think that then the next couple trips that we had, in which I came to visit, you came to visit, we did a road trip. Those were times where I was really looking for like, okay, how is she going to handle this? How is she going to do this? I was like way more keen on seeing, how you were going to react and what you were going to do, and in our conversations and whatnot. And that then was like, okay, I see it now. I see the vision. I'm on board. And then, let's see here, was our road trip from San Diego to Bay Area. It was then that I was really kind of like, okay, I feel like I need to make a decision about this. Like, we have developed our relationship to a point where it's going to stop unless we take it to the next level. Like, or we
were kissing at this point.
Yes.
We were kissing as friends.
As romantic interests.
As friends.
We were not officially together. And
we were friends.
So
you came back. We went to Disneyland. You met a lot of my friends.
Yeah, got to hang out with some of your friends for the first time. That was really cool. And just also be able to hear what they had to say about you, which obviously just affirmed all the things that I already knew. But it's good to hear it from other sources, other people. Mm-hmm. And that was really cool. Everybody loves you, obviously. You are such a sweet soul. And everybody was very adamant about making sure that I knew that from them, too. And so that was cool. And then I went back home, and I just remember feeling like, okay, like I need to give you an answer about what we're going to do next. Are we going to basically call this a friendship and then need to, disconnect, or are we going to take this to the next level? And I was praying about it and just really seeking God's direction and seeing like, okay, what would that look like? What does that mean moving forward? How do I feel about that? And what do I feel like God is telling me? And I really wanted God to kind of make the choice for me, because I just felt a little level of uncertainty, and I was like, well, long distance and all the, I feel like a lot of the logistics and just like the thought of like, okay, what is this going to mean for me in my life? I've recently exited this business. I'm trying to start something new, figuring all these things out. Now I'm going to start a relationship, but it's going to be long distance, and we hadn't spent that much time in person yet. So it was like all these things. And I really wanted God to just say, hey, like do this or don't do this. And he didn't do that for me. And I learned a little bit later that he was requiring an extra level of trust from me. And so it was this, actually make a decision and see what happens and trust that I've got you and I've got her. And nothing is going to go wrong in the sense of damage, right? Like, you're going to make a decision either way, and I'm going to bless that. And so I was like, okay, let's do it. And I feel like as soon as I let go of this needing to make sure the outcome was this or that, or like plan out the next X amount of years or whatever, then I felt a lot of peace about it. And I was like, okay, like, I'm excited now. And I remember we were about to go on a little bit of a fast. You were fasting for one of your friend's weddings. Mm-hmm. Let's take the week and not talk. And by this point, we had talked every day for 6 months.
Probably.
I don't know, a long time. So it'd be very strange to not be in contact. But I remember it was like the day before we were going to start, and I was in the car, and I was like, you know what? I hear you, God. I hear you. Let's do this thing. And I called you, and I was like, hey, I know we're about to take a break and not talk for a week, but I want to date you. And I'm really sure about that. And I'm really excited about that. And we'll still like take this week, but just thought you should know that. And left her on a cliffhanger.
The worst.
Which is so classic. And yeah.
I had a couple of things that I hadn't told him about from my past that I really thought would be deal breakers for him. And I didn't want to tell him about it beforehand, because if we weren't pursuing a relationship, it's like something that I just don't want to bring up and talk about and share, because that would emotionally bond me to you more.
Yeah, it's a lot of trust to share things.
Yeah, it's just, it's not bad. It's fine. I haven't killed anybody.
Not yet.
Or have I? Anyways, so even though he said he wanted to date me, it was like, okay, and I told him that I was keeping something from him. I'm like, I need to tell you about some stuff from my past, and then you can tell me whether or not you want to date me. And so now I'm going through this week of not talking to him, knowing he wants to date me, I want to date him, but I'm going to tell him something that's going to change the way he sees me, and he's probably going to change his mind. So that week was torture. It was like 10 days.
It was like 10 days
of just absolute, like, again, the way you were wanting to trust God. God also brought me to a place where it's just like, I want to be excited about this, but I can't, because I'm worried about the future and he's going to say no. I also had to be there for my friend while she was getting married, and it was a lot. I'm learning how to trust God without knowing all the details, and enjoy my life even if there's no hope for the thing that I desire the most. And that was really hard.
Yeah.
Just like, you know what, I'm going to be present in this week, and I'm going to do my best to pray, but then I'm not going to worry about these things that I have no control over. And if Kevin decides that he doesn't want to date me after I tell him these things, then he is definitely not the one that God designed for me. And that's going to be okay. So I got myself to that place. Mm-hmm. And I think that was really important for me to get to. You got yourself to the place where it was important for you to get to, and it just, I think it worked out perfectly. Yeah,
it felt very divinely orchestrated, which is really cool, because I was not sure how you were going to take kind of the back and forth of, because I had just not super recently, but had previously said, hey, let's just be friends. And now I'm saying, hey, I really want to date you, and I'm serious about that. And so it was like, I wasn't sure how you were going to respond to that. Mm-hmm. And so it was cool that it felt God was present in getting us both to where we needed to be, because then it was like, okay, I can trust that that is real. I can trust that that is true.
Yeah. Wow. You love me?
Yeah.
So I told him about my trauma over FaceTime, and he listened, and at the end he goes, was that everything? And I said yes. He's like, is that really what you were so worried about? And I think that is a big part of our dynamic, is I'm very dramatic and emotional, and Kevin just holds this incredible space for that, where it feels like I go like this, and he's just like, what? You know? Whereas most guys, I would do this, they would go, ow, wait, gosh, that hurt. I'm a little baby. But Kevin just like, he's just like, anything else?
Yeah.
Like, you want to hit me a little harder? And I've never, my whole life, I've been looking for someone like that. Yeah, so me being able to do that emotionally, where it's just like I throw all of these heavy things on him and he's like, all right, cool. What are we doing for lunch, you know? But it's still, it's not dismissive. Kevin is the Kevin is the perfect balance of affirming, but then not dwelling, I guess. Because my emotions are big and they are dramatic, but I don't want to sit with them. I just want them to be heard and then I want to move on. And he does that so well, and I don't think that works for everybody. I know there's a lot of people who want to dwell and would actually hate that you do that.
Yeah.
This is why I love is because everyone has a person designed specifically for them. And the way you hold my emotions is exactly what I wanted. Because you're like, yeah, that's a big deal, and I'm sorry you feel that way. But also, we got this. And we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
Just a little touch and go.
Yeah, you do the same for me too. I really feel like when I'm battling something in my head, you really create a good space for us to just like have a conversation. Even if you have to ask me 3 times if anything's wrong.
10 times.
And I'm like, no, everything's fine. All right, fine, let's talk about it.
We should probably date or something.
You want to date?
I don't know, just a thought.
You want to get pizza after this?
Anyways, so yeah, then we started dating, and that was July 22nd.
Yep, 5 months.
We've been dating for 5 months.
Yep. Still long distance.
Best friends for...
almost a year.
That's me.
We'll be right back.
We posted a video announcing our relationship 3 months in, and it was kind of... People thought it was an engagement shoot.
We were wearing white on the beach.
We were wearing white on the
beach. It's
beach.
very misleading.
But also, Babe, we're in the traffic pattern.
Yeah, we are. Hold on.
No, we won't text her. People want texture, babe. They're done with highly curated.
Wow.
Whoa.
Now we will be right back.
Oh! I intentionally didn't date for 7 years because I didn't want to date anyone that I didn't see a future with. And Kevin's the same way. And that's why us dating was such a big leap of faith, is because we date with the intention of marrying. We don't date just to get to know each other. Like, that's the Christian homeschool way of doing things. Does it hurt your feelings when I call you a Christian homeschool?
No.
But that's basically the Christian way of doing it, is like you're friends and you get to know each other in group settings and in a platonic way, and then you decide you want to date, then you date for a little bit, and then you just get married because you're not allowed to do inappropriate things until you're married. So to the world, posting something that romantic and serious for our 3rd month anniversary was a lot for people, and some people were like, this is a little too soon, don't you think, to be saying these things? And we're both just like, nope. No.
Because also by that point, it felt like we had dated longer than we had officially dated, because we had been talking so frequently and having such deep conversations.
And kissing.
Yeah. So we were kind of dating before then.
He's a great kisser.
Babe. Not in front of my friends.
We have to address the controversy.
What's the controversy?
Is it still recording?
Oh my gosh, you still have so much. I'm going to take some of yours. Here, put the...
No way.
Yeah.
Hi, babe.
Hey, babe.
You're my best friend.
You're my best friend.
And also, let's make out.
Right now.
Is it squeezing your butt?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions to ask me? Like, what's something that you're...
Are you going to move to Nashville before we get married?
Whoa. Kevin lives in Franklin, Tennessee, which is 30 minutes south of Nashville. Nashville is the last place I wanted to go. And I love the West Coast. I love the weather here. I love the beach and the ocean, and but I'm also in love So I will go anywhere Kevin goes. And I think the fact that we're both adventurer, traveler types.
Yeah.
We're not going to stay in one place for very long.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that big
Hit
of a
the road.
deal. I think I would have already moved if I was not in flight school. So my program's 12 months minimum. So I can't move until I'm done. I think that's probably the most difficult thing in our relationship is not being able to move.
Because long distance is hard?
It's the worst. It's the worst thing I've ever had to do in my life.
What's so hard about long distance for you?
I want to hold your hand. I want to do things with you. I want to go places with you. I want to just start our lives. I want to start the rest of our lives. And having to wait longer, I waited 7 years, now I have to wait, it'll probably be a year. Our love languages are physical touch and quality time, so we're kind of screwed. And we have a lot of business ideas that we want to implement, and we want to work together and build our lives together. And so there's just a lot of things that are being put on hold that we know would be so good. We know it would be so good. And our lives are just going to get 10x'd, but not yet. And that's the most frustrating part, I think.
Yeah, quite an exercise in trust, huh? Trust
Yeah.
of God's timing and direction, as
Huge.
well as trust of each other to just stay the course while being pretty separate. That's going to be really loud. It clicking onto the chain.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you mute mine while you're talking?
No.
Oh, do you love me?
Yep. What's your favorite thing about me?
Oh, you'd like to know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, tell me.
Your relationship with God.
No way. That's your favorite thing about me?
Okay, no, I hate that part. If you did not have that, I would not be into you.
Look,
But-
as a
but-
Christian woman, I understand you have to say that because
Okay, that's true.
God first.
I love talking to you.
About what?
Literally everything.
Everything.
Literally everything. A lot of people say that that's the one thing that you should aim for if you're going to be in a relationship is do you enjoy talking to the person? Because that's all we're going to do
Yeah.
for the rest
Just
of our lives.
one
is
big
talk. We're gonna-
continuous conversation.
Yeah. The way you think and the things you're interested in, we just have endless conversations, and it can go as shallow as our baby talk to each other. Just like,
I never talk like a baby.
Yeah, you do, you little baby talker.
I would
you
never do
little-"
that. No.
And then talking about AI or talking about planes and talking about deep philosophical things or reading Acts together and talking about historical biblical doctrine. Like, what in the world? We could talk about anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about me?
My favorite thing about Danae is that she can do whatever she puts her mind to. And I don't mean like you're just courageous, but I also mean you're like wildly talented. Like, this girl's in flight school and she'll sometimes tell me, hey, here's what I'm learning. And I'm like, dude, I understand tech and I understand technicals, and the stuff that you say is like a whole other language to me.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's impressive. It's very, very cool. And I'm just excited for our adventures. We could build a house, at least a tree house, and we could build a business, and we could do super epic stuff. And I have full confidence that not only can you hang, but you can bring something very, very special to the table. So that's my favorite thing about you. Also, you are one of the most emotionally intelligent people I've ever met, but to a degree in which you're very nonchalant about it. Like, there's certain people that are like, oh, I understand emotions so well. And so I'm
Yeah.
going to have these like very
I meditate
emotionally
daily
robust conversations with people and be like, I know all the language to use when it comes to emotions. And you're just like way more chill about it in a very approachable way. Like, we can have a
It's gonna be a bumblebee to sting people.
Uh-oh.
Babe, I think those are good questions to end on.
I got more.
No.
I got more. I got way more.
What's your favorite color?
Green. What's your favorite color?
Green.
Pink. Because you're a girl. I'm just kidding. You're not a girl.
He's made me like pink and skirts and dresses.
That's only half true. I think it was deep down inside you.
No,
Okay.
didn't exist.
Cool. Hold on. I got more questions.
Babe, the film photo shoot.
Do you actually want to do that?
Pee.
Do you actually want to do that?
I would love to.
We don't have to if you don't want to.
I would love
She doesn't want to do the film photo shoot, is what I'm learning. What's your least favorite thing about me?
that you suck at League of Legends.
I do not suck at League of Legends.
Well, we
You've
both
been
suck,
consistently
but I
mid.
suck less.
You've been consistently mid
yeah,
at
but
League.
I suck less than you. That's the most important.
Recent, I feel like I played really well for a bit, and now I'm just on tilt. I'm permanently on tilt.
You are tilted, yes.
That's another thing that I love about you is we play League of Legends together,
Yeah.
and I think that's really fun.
That's a
but we
big
play
plus.
fake League of Legends because it's the mobile version,
Wild Rift. Shout out.
and it's
sponsored.
not the
Sponsored.
PC version, which I grew up on. So
Which I grew up on.
whatever, dude.
Why did you say I, babe? It's we.
We grew up on
We
it.
grew up on it.
I grew up on it before you,
found
though.
it
I was
first.
cooler than you
I was
when
younger
I was
when
younger,
I
and I
played
had
League
it
of
first,
Legends.
and I probably got you into it.
You're a baby,
Just-
and I've had more life experience than you.
Oh yeah, by like what, 6
A
months?
year.
Nah.
Yeah, 'cause you graduated
Nah,
a year
dude.
after
April
me.
and December. It's not a year.
It doesn't matter. The fact is, I got out of high school a year earlier than you, which means I have more real life experience.
No. No. First of all, invalid.
And
Mostly
you were
because
homeschooled, and you didn't even go to rural school.
I was cooler than you. I probably had way more friends than you. I did way more outside of school things than
I
you
was
did.
bullied for being ugly and awkward, so
You probably had zero life,
yeah. None.
and I
None whatsoever. What's it from? What's it from?
none whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
I don't know what.
Babe.
You're gonna say some obscure movie, and you're.
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, that's not obscure.
Yeah.
What?
None with it's Yzma.
Oh.
None whatsoever.
Wow. Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. Today we're sponsored by Stud. You wanna like hug me?
Babe, he's doing it right through 60.
Yeah, do you see an airplane? You see an airplane up there?
airplane.
Oh, little honey. You like those airplanes, don't you?